So, what really separates a manager from a true leader? Well, according to Dianna Booher's amazing book, Communicate Like a Leader, it all comes down to a strategic playbook for how you talk, listen, and connect. In the next few minutes, we are going to break down that playbook so you can start inspiring your team, well, today. Let's just start with this one. Really crucial question. Are you just managing or are you truly leading? I mean, it's such a common trap, right? We get promoted because we're great at our jobs, but nobody really teaches us how to communicate a vision. And so we end up stuck just managing the day-to-day tactics instead of leading a real transformation. And the difference, really, it just comes down to this. A manager's goal is to keep things running smoothly, maintaining the status quo. But a leader's goal, that's to actively improve the situation, to elevate performance, the vision, the people. It's this massive shift from just maintenance to real, tangible improvement. So that brings us to our first section, developing a strategic mindset. See, before you can communicate effectively to anyone else, you've got to get your own strategy right. It's all about thinking long-term and investing in your people to drive a real, meaningful payoff. Think about trust for a second. It's not just some soft skill, right? It's your primary currency as a leader. The book puts it perfectly. Without trust, you're basically bankrupt. Every single interaction you have is either a deposit into that trust account or, it's a withdrawal. So, how do you actually build that trust? Well, the book lays out 4 really key actions. First, you've got to be transparent, even when the news isn't great. Second, admit your own mistakes. It shows strength, not weakness, Third, and this is a big one, make sure your actions always match your words. And finally, be crystal clear about what you expect. No room for confusion. And here's the bottom line on this. All that stuff, coaching, developing your people, giving feedback, those aren't just items on your to-do list. They are strategic, long-term investments. You're not just managing a team, you are actively building its future. Okay, so let's see how this strategic mindset actually plays out in our one-on-one interactions. We're going to move from that internal thinking to our external connections, focusing on conversations and, super importantly, negotiations. This quote, wow, it's such a powerful reminder. It totally reframes negotiation not as some big conflict, but as a core leadership skill. A lot of the time, your ability to negotiate is what determines your outcome, way more than just your merit alone. And here's a beautifully simple way to prepare. Before you even walk into that room, know your goals. What's the big, long-term win you're after? What's the immediate goal for right now? What are the extras that would be, nice to have? And just as important, what do you have that's valuable to the other side? Ultimately, this is the strategic pivot. You see, less experienced negotiators, they're all about winning the transaction. But strategic leaders, they focus on the relationship. They're looking for mutual opportunities because a strong partnership today could be worth so much more down the road than just a lopsided win right now. Okay, so we've covered the internal mindset and those one-on-one conversations. Now let's scale it all up. How do you persuade and inspire when you're communicating to larger groups? In presentations, emails, and meetings. I mean, let's be honest, we've all sat through these, right? A presenter just opens up the fire hose of facts and figures and spreadsheets. It's overwhelming, it's impossible to remember, and it totally fails to persuade anyone of anything. So what's the solution? Well, you become a storyteller. See, great leaders understand that facts alone almost never inspire action. They weave that data into a compelling narrative, a storyline with a hero, a challenge, and a resolution. That's what persuades minds and wins hearts. And this same principle applies to meetings. A vague agenda like marketing budget update just invites people to passively report stuff. But a strategic agenda, one that's framed as a question, that demands active problem solving. It completely transforms the meeting from a boring status report into a working session that actually gets results. And the book offers some fantastic, super practical tools for this. For those off-the-cuff remarks, there's the lead format, which is just a simple way to structure your thoughts on the fly. And for writing, the Ta-Da template is a total game changer. It's a framework that forces you to put your main point and your call to action right at the top, so your message is pretty much impossible to miss. So let's bring this all together with our final and maybe most crucial takeaway. Every single one of these communication acts, the coaching, the negotiations, the presentations, they all contribute to one thing: your leadership brand. Your brand isn't what you say it is. It's the sum total of every email, every comment in a meeting, every hallway conversation. All those little interactions, when you stock them all together, that's what truly defines you as a leader. So I'll leave you with this challenge. What 3 words do you want people to use to describe your leadership brand? Really think about it, because every single interaction you have, starting right now, is your chance to build it.